Hey everybody, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Are you ready for this game? I don't know who's going to win. Is it going to be the Eagles or the Patriots? I'm kind of leaning the other way towards that team that wears, red, white, and blue. But either way, us Americans consume a lot of stuff on Super Bowl Sunday. So here's a couple fun facts to keep you going throughout the day. Americans spend on average more than $15 billion during Super Bowl weekend, from everything from team apparel and decorations to, obviously, food and beverage. We eat a lot of food on Super Bowl Sunday, and actually it's the second largest food consumption day, second only to Thanksgiving. And we consume more than 1.35 billion chicken wings, which if you divide that by about 100 million people that watch, that's about 12 chicken wings per person. And that means that all of you are killing 6 chickens apiece. Sorry, Eagles fans. Another food that we really like to eat on Super Bowl Sunday is pizza. And Domino's expects us to go through more than 11 million slices of pizza, which is about 80% increase in a normal Sunday. That's a lot of pizza. And that's a lot of pizza boxes also, which can't be recycled, unfortunately, because they've got a lot of oil and grease on them. So if you're going to have pizza, try cooking it at home.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Not only do we eat a lot of chicken wings, but we also drink a lot. Last year we spent about $1.2 billion on beer alone, and this year is expected to be a little bit higher. We also spent more than $277 million on potato chips, one of my favorite, and more than $99 million on meaty snacks. With the amount of money that we've spent on beer and other snacks, we could save the entire wild tiger population from extinction. Probably a lot of other animals too. Do you guys remember back in January of last year when Donald Trump was going to impose a 20% tax on imports from Mexico? Well, I'm really glad that he didn't, because one of my game day specials that I love so much is guacamole, and I think a lot of people share that with me because we consume more than 100 million pounds of avocados on Super Bowl weekend, and most of those come from Mexico. Well, all that news of us just using, wasting, and eating has kind of got me a little sad. But don't worry, because this Super Bowl actually has some really positive news. This is going to be the first Super Bowl where they're aiming to have zero waste, and this is in conjunction with the NFL and obviously the stadium in Minneapolis. So they're going to try and divert 40 tons of garbage from the stadium. They're going to be recycling, composting, and actually repurposing all of that trash that you throw away. One of the things that they mentioned was handbags, which I don't know why people would be throwing those away during the game, but you never know. And they have a program that's called Rush to Recycle, and they've even put together a little video in case you're confused as to where your food and other game day trash goes, so check it out.
First you shuffle that cardboard and paper to the right, and then you flap and you dip those bottles and cans to the left. Fight that trash and do that dance. You got it, baby.
Since the NFL and the Super Bowl committee are doing their part in becoming zero waste, I hope all of you that are out celebrating at home or at a friend's will try and join in on that movement too. As of today, only 34% of Americans recycle their beer cans and bottles, which is pretty terrible. There are some countries around the world that recycle almost 100% of their waste. So come on, guys, get on board. Well, let's talk about game day predictions. If you guys don't know, I'm actually originally from New England, and I am a die-hard Patriots fan. Sorry, guys, but even though Tom Brady's kind of a jerk sometimes, I still want them to win. And if you're talking about predictions, there's actually been some of our animal friends that have made some predictions. And unfortunately for me, Ozzy the bear and Bubbles the elephant both went with the Eagles. But in better news, April the giraffe also favors the Patriots to win. So come on, get your face paint on, grab your beers, and let's go watch the game.